Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mid-Atlantic Mauling League's Chaos Cup. We're in week number 2, and tonight we've got a triple header, maybe. There's been a really big windstorm in the Mid-Atlantic, so any coaches that are hailing from that region might not be able to play their games tonight. We'll see as the night goes on, and I may even lose power. So if I lose power, I got a little bit of time on my UPSs, but this might not go the duration. We'll find out. But we're going to get started with a really fun one tonight in this triple header. Tonight, we're going to get started with Dream-A-Wish Foundation versus Conspicuous Disunion, Nick Satan versus Chime, Halflings versus Necro Boot Polish. Welcome to the stream. I subscribe to Ava Music Channel. Thanks. I used to run a Shoutcast channel before before you couldn't do that anymore. all right, server, I should say. Let's take a look at the standings before we take a look at the two teams. Tonight we have 2 games in Division B and 1 in Division A. We'll take a look at Division A first here in week number 2. In first place, Ajax's The Fishy Fiends. They are currently undefeated with a record of 2-0-0. They're a Chaos Renegades team. Galeshi's The Birds of a Feather winning last night due to an unfortunate forfeit due to a technical loss on the side of the opponent. Technical as in the computer or the network. But they advanced into second place here. The Melbourne Union team 1-1-0, undefeated as well. And BB Nuts, Bolieve Broncos in third place. A Nurgle team 1-0 in week number 1. They still have their week 2 game to play. In Division B is where we're getting started this evening. In first place, Spire's Philosopher's Song, a Lizardman team undefeated 1-0-0. They are followed very closely behind by Cobblestorm's Goner Gets a Goblin team, also 1-0-0 after week 1. And they are tied with S. Beavers, Wooden Men, and Iron Trees, a Wood Elf team 1-0-0 after week 1. In fourth place, my team tied with Ian's The Discomancers. Technobabble Inc. is a human team, and the Discomancers, a Necro team, played each other in week 1. That's a draw. There's no third place. I went straight from second to fourth. I was like, normally I'll do the top 3, but whatever. And then in Division C, we've got Clypheus's Odin. It's Snuffle, first place. A Norse team, 1-0-0 is their record, tied with Doug the Minotaur's Dinabelle Darlings, returning from a previous season, a dwarf team. They won their first game in week 1. In third place, Cotton Kills Entanglements, an Imperial Nobility team, also winning in week number 1. First, SB Beaver, welcome to the stream. Nuffle would never let anything bad happen, like a power outage. Yeah, he sure wouldn't. First up, the home team tonight, the Dream-A-Wish Foundation. This is the Halfling team coming in at a paltry 725,000 gold in team value. 11 players on this roster. They have the 2 treemen, a catcher, and a whole bunch of linemen. 1 dedicated fan, 3 rerolls. They're going to be up 3 rerolls for now. They're going to be up against Chime's Conspicuous Disunion. This is a Necro team coming in a TV of 925,000 gold. They also have a full roster, and that means 200,000 gold in petty cash going back to the Halfling team. We'll talk about what they'll do with that in just a few minutes here. 2 Flesh Golems on this roster, 1 Werewolf, 2 Wraiths, and a whole bunch of linemen. 6 dedicated fans, just the 2 rerolls. How are these 2 teams going to play tonight? Let's take a look at the home team first. The Halfling team, the Dream-A-Wish Foundation, very, very fragile, very slow, very weak. MA5, strength of 2, AV of just 7+. They are stunty. They do have dodge. That means they can get to where they want to be. He did pick up Sure Feet on Ralph. That's going to give him a free reroll when he tries to rush. The 2 treemen are normal treemen, Mighty Blow, Strong Arm. They have Stand Firm, but they also have Timber here. This allows them to get up a little easier than, say, on a Wood Elf team. And the reason for that is the whole strategy with this team on offense is to throw a Halfling down pitch, right? If Nick Satan can get away with the run, he'll certainly do that. That is always rule number 1. But otherwise, he can score right from turn 1, right? The 2 treemen have throw teammate, and all the Halflings have the right stuff. That means they can pick up a Halfling, toss him down pitch. Throw teammate allows you to throw up to a short pass distance away. That's 6 spaces. The Halflings have a movement of 5 plus a rush of 2. That's 13 spaces. That's what you need in order to score in one turn. So this halfling team, really all they're about is having these treemen really kind of muscle their way down pitch just a few spaces just to make the pass, the halfling toss just a little bit safer. And then if they can't get the run going, they're going to chuck a halfling down pitch and hope they score. That's the whole game plan. And do this before they die. They are weak. They are brittle. They are going to die. So the name of the game for Conspicuous Disunion is to just murder them. Murder all the halflings. Murder as many as you can. You'll be in good shape. The 2 flash columns, of course, with the strength of 4, they have stand firm. That'll allow him to control a little bit of space unless they go toe-to-toe with the trees. He does have 1 werewolf, one of the stars of the show on this roster. The Black Knight, Mr. Wiggles, MA8, very fast, has a decent AV as well, decent AG, has Claw and has Frenzy. Claw, not going to be terribly important in this matchup unless he tries to take this werewolf toe-to-toe with the treeman, which I don't think he will. But otherwise, a very, very solid piece right out of the gate. The 2 wraiths as well have block and have sidestep. They can be a big, big nuisance, especially with that foul appearance. Foul appearance, before you take a block against this player, you have to roll a d6. And if you roll a 1, you're not going to take it. You're so disgusted by their appearance that you say, you know what, I'm not touching you. This can be a real pain in the butt. They have no hands, so they're not a ball carrier. The big weakness on a low TV necro team like this is the low number of ball carriers you can have. Those will be the ghouls and the werewolves, and you can see that Conspicuous Disunion has no ghouls. So Nick Satan will really be looking for an opportunity to take this werewolf out of the game. If he can knock down this werewolf, he can get a block on the werewolf, he'll take it. If he can knock the werewolf prone, then he'll almost certainly go for the foul. If he can remove the werewolf, now the halfling team looks like they might be in a good spot to maybe come out on top tonight. All right. This will be a fun one. Halflings are always fun, man. I love these little played teams. No pun intended. All right, we'll see if the coaches are ready to go, and if so, we'll get game 1 of our triple header underway. Spire, welcome to the stream. Spire says, claw those trees, foul that wolf. Electric Man says, you know what? How do they fold their fitted sheets if they don't have any hands? Asking the important questions. I was without power for a chunk of this afternoon. I know one of the coaches scheduled to play tonight. It's also been without power. We'll see if that game gets played later tonight. I'm gonna head to Discord here to see if these coaches are ready to go. Looks like they're in voice chat and Discord, waiting for this game to get underway here. $200K in petty cash going to the Dream of Wish Foundation tonight. They get the Halfling Master Chef for just $100K rather than $300K. They'll absolutely pick that up. That means at the beginning of each half, they'll roll 3d6 on every 4+. The Halfling team gains a reroll, and the opposing team loses a reroll if they have one to lose. So that's going to be a real annoyance, especially for the Necro team having only 2 rerolls on the roster. That leaves 100K left, 50K for Cindy Pie Whistle. I think that's an almost guaranteed pick. Cindy Pie Whistle, a Bombardier. Her star player skill allows her to do it twice. And then we'll see what he does with the other 50K. Hey, the Halfling cheerleaders! SP Beaver says, only 2? That's twice what the Wood Elves have. There's Cindy Pie Whistle coaching the team even. I can't believe this, the shenanigans at work here. Cindy Pie Whistle coaching the Necro team. 12 fan factor for tonight's game. Clear skies. There she is, Cindy Pie Whistle, now playing for the Dream of Wish Foundation, coaching the opposing team even. Electric Man says, I swore she was dead. Dream of Wish wins the coin toss. We'll see if they go on defense to begin. Not only did she die, she came back twice. Every time you kill her, she multiplies. And they're going to choose to be on offense to start. So the Necro team to set up their defense to start this game. Look at this, man. This is great. This is great. Perfect. Giving up the wide zones with this defense. Knows he's not up against a particularly fast team, so he's going to try to fight for mid pitch here. Now the Dream of Wish Foundation to set up their offense, spreading the trees out on the line. Terry, the center on this offensive line. Dream Wish Foundation not bothering with the wide zones either. Does have the catcher back to receive. Fievel, the number 14 player. Here's the kick. So the kick probably going to a wide zone. We'll see what happens. Cindy Pie Whistle taking to the pitch. All right, Fievel to get under the ball here. Ball kicked to the 16-yard line. High kick on the kickoff event table means that any one player on the offense can move to where the ball was kicked and try to catch it. Successful catch by Fievel. Turn one now for the Dream of Wish Foundation. That's one less reroll that's one less roll they have to worry about on their turn. They're going to advance the ball forward to their own 6-yard line to get this game underway. They decide no, too far, and rush back to the 8-yard line, succeeding on that rush roll. Wow, an error already. 2-die block by sponsor Eleanor over on the right side of the line. Will get a knockdown. Has Mighty Blow. 8+ breaks the armor of Minor 49er. No armor break though. Look at those dice. Wow. 2-die block. Oh, that's going to be a turnover. No, he gets through. Wow. Oh, they're not loners. They're not loners. All right. So just the one reroll picked up by the Halfling Master Chef before the half began. Remember, it's a 3d6. Every 4+ gives the Dream of Wish Foundation a reroll, and the opposing team loses a reroll if they have any to lose. The delicious aroma of what the Master Chef is cooking distracts the team. Uh-oh. Cindy Pie Whistle failing her first toss of the game. Second reroll spent here. No interception, gets one knockdown, no armor break. Dream of Wish Foundation down to 2 rerolls for the half. 1 reroll for the opposing team. They cover the flanks of the ball carrier. Turn one now, back to the defense. Watch out for these wraiths. They're the blitzers, so to speak, on the roster, and they can be quite the annoying harasser. I played a Necro team in week 1, snake-eyed on the foul appearance roll on a blitz. Oh, it was annoying. But to my opponent's credit, my opponent was Ian. My opponent's credit, knew exactly that, right? Knew exactly that I don't want to risk that blitz on the Wraith. Put that Wraith in a position where I really had to. Oh, fails the rush on the blitz. Are they going to spend the 1 reroll they have here on turn 1? They just may. Let's see. No, they're going to keep it. And a KO. fails the rush on the blitz. And the number 16 Wraith KOs himself. Ajax the Riot, welcome to the stream. Took the failed rush result, and that resulted in a removal. 1 million player advantage now for the Dream of Wish Foundation. 1 million player advantage for the Halfling team. How many times do you get to say that? City Pie Whistle on the bomb toss again. Interception attempt by the defense. If they catch this bomb, they can rethrow the bomb. Trying to take out 3 players here. We got 2 knockdowns. Knockdown on the zombie, even if it's not a removal, even if it's not an armor break, this is pretty significant as it drops their effective MA down to 1. Eye blitz by the tree on the right side of the line. Gets a knockdown, no armor break. Ajax the Riot says, can zombies rethrow a bomb when they have no passing stat? If they catch that ball, they can't pass. Mediocre Greatness says, welcome to the stream, first of all. Mediocre Greatness says, no, they cannot. Yeah, if they catch that ball, they just automatically fumble it. Dream of Wish Foundation on the bonus clock. You get 7 minutes, 30 seconds in bonus time if you eat up all 2 minutes in your turn. That bonus time lasts for the entire duration of the game. When we get to the cut to top 8, that does not refresh in overtime as well. So coaches will have to keep that in mind if the game goes to a draw at the end of regulation play and they have to play overtime. Turn 2, back to Conspicuous Disunion. Yeah, the passing stat, one of the, well, not so new anymore. It's been 5 years. But one of the new stats in the BB 2020 rules, or the Blood Bowl second season edition rules. Two-die blitz on the right side of the, would you call this a cage? Right side of the offense. Gets a knockdown, no armor break on Ralph. Defense shifting to the left here, staying in front of the ball. Moving the Werewolf back. Werewolf in the safety position currently. 50 seconds left on the clock. Two-die block against Mickey gets a push. You can't knock down these halflings. They're pros. That's right, Ralph. Hold out hope. You got this, Ralph. Turn 3, back to the Dream of Wish Foundation. They have the ball on their own 4-yard line. Ajax rooting for the offense. That audio play, I didn't hear it at all. I think I need to refresh my sources. Armor break by the tree on the left side. Gets a stun out of this. Alright, thank you. Yeah, I'll just have to roll. Double skulls here on the block. Spends a reroll. Down to 1 reroll for the half. Gets a pal. Mighty Blow in play. Means that 8+ breaks armor. He does it. And got the injury. Well done. Regen kicks in, but that's a 2-man player advantage now for the Dream of Wish Foundation. Terry on the both down results. Not likely to be a favorable trade here. Deciding whether to spend the final reroll or not. Takes the both down. That's a KO. See you later, Terry. 1 minute player advantage for Conspicuous Disunion. Smash knee. Of course you're gonna, at the very least you're having a smash knee if you go toe to toe with a tree. Defense trying to crack into the safe area where the ball is. Gets a push on the block, does not follow up. So far, 3 removals, and all 3 have been by the Dream-A-Wish Foundation. Well, maybe that's a little disingenuous. Blitz on the right side by the Wraith yet again. 2-die blitz will be a push against James, the number 5 halfling. Doesn't follow up and moves the Wraith right back into position in the right wide zone. Turn 4 now for the Dream-A-Wish Foundation. Yeah, that's Electric Man says you don't break your ankles if you have regen. That's a big boon to Necro and Undead teams is regen, right? Just from an economic perspective, other teams where they're losing players, they're having to rehire those players, but with regen on a 50-50, you keep that player, right? So your money is working harder on your roster, and therefore you're keeping that money to spend it however you see fit, rather than having to keep some money in the treasury just to replace key players. 2-die block on the Caveman. Looking for an 8+ here. Doesn't get it. My goodness, that was just a tree punch to the face. Gets a pal against Minor 49er. Here's the man. Got the KO. Back to a 2-man player advantage now for the Dream-A-Wish Foundation. Slowly trundling those trees forward. Has them on the front corners of this cage now. Has Fievel, the catcher, in the middle of this cage. Wants to keep that catcher next to these trees in case he has to throw them. And now Cindy Pie Whistle on the bomb toss. Failed the pass test. Spends the final re-roll. Trying to take out Captain Cutler over on the left side of the line. Got the knockdown, but no armor break. Did not knock down any of these zombie linemen beside the player. Both down. Oh! Both down results. And that's Jerry. Jerry! See you later, Jerry. A 1-man player advantage now for the halfling team. Final turn of the first quarter. We'll often talk about how teams like Wood Elf teams are fragile. Boy, they are positively resilient when comparing them to something like a halfling team. The difference, however, are that the Wood Elves are very expensive. The halflings are very much not. Double skulls to spend the final reroll here. The one and only reroll they had for the half. They started with 2, lost 1 to the chef. Gets a push on Ralph. Spire says those both downs are brutal. Yeah. Yeah, they are. If you don't have block, it's scary to take the block. If you don't have the block skill, it's scary to block even if you have 2 dice. Defense staying right in front of these halflings, but remember, they do have to be careful about the fling here. So these treemen can toss the halfling, right, up to 4 spaces diagonally, or up to 6 spaces orthogonally. And if it's to activate. Sponsor Patsy knocked out on the block. Blitz on the right side, gets a POW against the number 2 Flesh Golem, looking for a 9+. No armor break. Gets the knockdown. The ball's going to advance one space forward. This is what the halflings do. They're just going to slowly trundle down pitch. Every square they move down pitch. Well, not every square. Every 2 or 3 squares they move down pitch. They make that pass just a little bit safer. Of course, if the Dream Wish Foundation can find a way to make it happen, they would prefer to run this ball in. Passing Passing is very, very risky in this game. Yes, sir. There's a first foul of the game. Regen works out, but did not get called off the pitch. Ralph on the foul. Plus dodge by Tiny Tim. Gets away from Captain Cutler on the left side of the line of scrimmage. Turn 5 back to Conspicuous Disunion. Their first turn of the second quarter. Good block on Tiny Tim on the left side of the line. Gets a push. Conspicuous Disunion down 4 players. Just 7 remaining on the pitch. Remember, Cindy Pie Whistle is a secret weapon. She'll only be on the pitch for a drive unless Nick Satan successfully argues the call with the ref. 1 die blitz against James is going to work out here. 7+ breaks armor. And now takes a mark on the ball carrier. Remember that foul appearance trait. That foul appearance means if you take a block on that player, you have to roll a d6 first. And if you roll a 1, you lose your opportunity to block them with that player. Block or a blitz. 2 marks on the ball carrier now. Block on James. Stands firm. "13 seconds left on the clock. Ball carrier in trouble. These halflings have dodge, but they're also stunty. So they're going to get a +1 on their dodge rolls here. Tiny Tim trying to mark out Captain Cutler, keeping that flesh column out of the drive. 2 die block on the zombie of Mr. Hyde. Gets a pal here with the treeman. Doesn't move forward. Gets through the foul appearance roll. Cosgood creeps the number 15 Wraith. That's the one who blitzed in to take a mark on the ball on the right side. It's going to get knocked down here. Armor break as well. Big armor break. Gets a stun out of this. Now has a 2 die block on the Witch Doctor. Got a pow out of that as well. This is going to free up the ball carrier. Great action order by the Dream of Wish Foundation. And now a foul on the Wraith. Gets nothing out of it, but the ref saw nothing. Had 1, 2, 3, 4. +4 on the assist. Just like blocking, you can get assists on your fouls. Every assist on the foul effectively treats the opposing AV as if it's 1 less. So with 9+ here and 4 assists, it was 5+ to break armor. Turn 6 for Conspicuous Disunion. So far, holding this offense at bay. They have that werewolf way back on their own 18-yard line, just in case a halfling gets tossed. But if a halfling gets tossed, I don't know what the werewolf's going to do. Unless the halfling doesn't land on his feet or doesn't get far enough down pitch. Two-die block on Tiny Tim. That's a both down result! That's a turnover. Huge loss here for Conspicuous Disunion. Penultimate turn for Dream of Wish Foundation in the half. Spider says sitting outside of bomb range. Yeah, but the hope, like it's just sort of a gamble, I think, right? The hope is that the halfling lands over here, but if the halfling lands here, right, he just runs in. 3+ dodge on the right side to a rush. Looks like he's going to try to run this ball in. We wouldn't possibly see a rush on this Treeman, would we? A rush on the blitz? Nick Satan could just be setting this up for a shorter pass, a quick pass to a handoff. Two-die block on Sea Beast. Gets a pal. Sea Beast on the left of the cage. .36 seconds left on the clock. There's the toss. Throws the halfling down pitch. Oh my goodness. All the talk I did for the werewolf. Doesn't matter. Doesn't land on his feet. That's going to be a removed halfling from the pitch. Oh no. Fails the rush. Fails the rough rush. That's a second halfling removed on the Dream of Wish Foundation's own turn. Tried to toss a halfling down pitch. Didn't land. The second one tried to rush. And landed quite harshly. Two-die block on the ball carrier, or two-die blitz on the ball carrier is going to be a push. And now a two-die block's going to get the pal. Very well done here by Chime. 7+ breaks armor. No armor break. Where's the ball end up? Get it! Get it! Get it, tree! Bounces out of the hands of sponsor Eleanor and will bounce to the 4-yard line just outside the scrum. And now the werewolf coming into the ball pickup. Could he even gotten there? I don't know if he could have gotten there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know what his movement was. Mr. Wickles, the werewolf, now prone on the ground. We'll see if the Dream of Wish Foundation takes this opportunity to try to foul the werewolf out of the game. Has nobody standing next to the trees that can activate, so there can't really be a throw teammate pass here. What he could do is try a normal pass to James. I think it's his only option here. There it is. Cindy Pie Whistle on the pickup, fails the pickup. I think that was the only thing he could do. Turn 8 now. Cindy Pie Whistle marking Mr. Wickles. This will be her final turn of the game. Unless Nick Satan successfully argues the call with the ref. It was so windy today. I heard noises that I couldn't identify. Like from the top floor, like it sounded like metal rattling almost. Like I don't know what was happening. Conspicuous Disunion have successfully stopped the score here by this halfling team. They'll be on offense to start the second half of this game. 2-die block on City Pie Whistle. Got the knockdown. And now a 2-die block against Jimmy. This is a pal, 7+. Removes this player from the pitch. Oh, I'm sorry, breaks armor, but turns out it removes the player from the pitch. Spire says, better check your house siding. Yeah, everything's fine. I'm not sure what the noise was, though. I mean, I guess it could be that, but nothing's missing or broken. Ball pick up by the werewolf. Gonna pass for some SPP. There it is. Well done. 1 SPP on Mr. Wickles. Good presence of mind by Chime. That'll be the end of the first half. 0-0 the score. Conspicuous Disunion are going to be on offense to start the second half, and they're going to be in pretty good shape here. We'll see. We'll see what the player count is in just a minute. Unsuccessfully argued the call. So Cindy Pie Whistle out for the rest of the game. Nine players on the pitch for this defense. Again. Oh, they got no rerolls this half. Has the Master Chef got no rerolls, so Conspicuous Disunion are going to have both of their rerolls for this final half of the game. Coming up after this game, we have Imitation Skaven and Nathan versus Goodest Boys Strike Back. That's Vengar versus Old Gamer Mike. That's going to be Humans versus Necro. That's scheduled to start just an hour from now, 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's UTC -5. Ajax says that's 2 weeks in a row for them. Yeah, been praying to Nuffle. Weather stays the same here on the changing weather results. Shallow kick by the halfling team. Turn 1 now for Conspicuous Disunion. So 11v9 on the pitch, right? 3-6-9. 2-man player advantage for the Necro team. This is a run back of the championship game of last season, where Nick Satan defeated Chime. Nick Satan running a Lizard team, Chime running an Orc team. Oh, thank you, Spires. Spires says Chef is on the kiff. He got 2. Yeah, you can see it right there. Now he's bumped up to 5. So no rerolls for Conspicuous Disunion. That's going to change their odds significantly, but they're still in pretty good shape here. At the start of both the first and second half, after step 2, but before step 3 of the start of drive sequence. So I guess that's the kick. Yeah, step 2 is the kickoff. Step 3 is the kickoff event. So it's right before the event takes place. Gets a stun here with the tree on the left side of the line. Like Satan, no stranger to tough teams. Played an ogre team in season 2, I think it was. Dodging away these halflings. Repositioning the defense to try to apply a little bit of pressure here on the offense. Turn 10 now for Conspicuous Disunion. Looks like trying to set up some assists, maybe on sponsor Patsy. But I don't know where this will happen. Unless he goes for the ball pickup first, which is scary. Wraith on the right side. Pulls back a little bit, takes a mark on Rupert. Rupert, the number 6 halfling. Just outside the scrum. Under a minute to play here for Conspicuous Disunion. Wraith blitz, so taking the 2-die blitz on Tiny Tim, gets the knockdown, looking for a 7+. Doesn't get it. Not going to risk the pickup blitz on the Treeman. Not a bad spot to blitz with the Wolf either, because he'd have to follow up due to Frenzy. And if he gets the knockdown on the first block, then he'd be situated right here. Could even dodge back out to safety, or not dodge, but scoot back out to safety if he so desires. Could even move forward. In fact, I'd imagine maybe it'd be the blitz here, push this way, maybe come out here. Well, succeeded on the 50-50 pickup, and now a 3+ dodge to dodge away from that tree, and it worked out. You're right, stand firm would absolutely prevent the push. Two-die block on the Caveman, gets a POW. Halfling's moving over to the left wide zone, taking a mark on Cosgood Creeps. Two-die block back at center pitch. Gets a POW against Space Coop. Ooh. Gets a stun out of that. There's that foul appearance roll. Being the nuisance that it is, tried to block the number 15 Wraith in the left wide zone. Now spends the blitz on it. Two-die blitz. Gets the knockdown. No dodge on the Wraith. It's sidestep. Foul on the Wraith. Really doesn't want to have to deal with these Wraiths anymore. And succeeded on the foul. Got the removal. Did not get called off the pitch. Three-plus dodge by Rupert over on the right side of the line. Turn 11 now, back to Conspicuous Disunion. They have the ball on their own 6-yard line. They're inside the left wide zone. Ball currently in the hands of Mr. Wickles, the number 13 werewolf. Such a foul. Mr. Wickles is going to scurry on over to the right side of the line. Two-die blitz. Oh, works out due to the block skill. Gets the armor break. But no removal. Gets a stun out of it. Pretty good stun, though. Double pals on the Treeman. No armor break. Massive AV of 11 plus. It's just 3 rolls on a 2d6 that will break armor. Hey, Jack says, I heard block's a good skill. It is. Two-die block on Tiny Tim. Takes the both down result. Trade works out. Well done. Well done. That'll be a turnover. Turn 11 now for the Dream of Wish Foundation. See, who's the closest player? They're all over the left wide zone. So Brantley can tag the ball carrier, can mark the ball carrier, and I think that's it. Yeah. Barring some sort of chain push shenanigans. Trying to mark out the Witch Doctor here, taking a mark on both sides of this player. I mean, this player can't dodge out anywhere unless it's a -1. Both marks here will make this a 2-die blitz and gets a push out of it. Well, now there's the positive dodge, but that's okay. Edge 4+, still fairly risky. And I think the Witch Doctor is probably fine where they are already. Fails the rush roll here. Has 4 rerolls to spend. Fails the second rush as well. 2 rerolls down with 2 rushes. Gets Fievel into position to try to play some defense against the werewolf. I don't know how necessary that was, but Nick Satan, I'm sure, is doing the calculation. So these trees only have an MA of 2. When you knock them down, you need 3 MA to stand up. Because they don't have enough MA to stand up, they have to roll a die to do so. On a 4+, they actually get to stand up. Otherwise, they remain prone. Turn 12 for Conspicuous Disunion. Probably want to try to protect the ball carrier here and just start moving down pitch. I bought, when I was at the grocery store last week, I bought Chips Ahoy cookies. It was the first time I've eaten a Chips Ahoy cookie in decades. And they're disgusting. Sorry to all the Chips Ahoy fans. Oh, I hate them so much. Dude, I blitz by the Wolf gets a push out of this. Has to follow up. Frenzy follow up on the block. Gets the knockdown. 7+ breaks armor. Gets the armor break as well. Gets a stun out of this. Has some 1 point of movement remaining, but I think that might be it. 2-die block against Terry will be a both down result. Turn 12 for the Dream of Wish Foundation. Final turn of the third quarter. Old Gamer Mike says they are much worse now. Yeah, they're awful. Ajax says I can never go wrong with Oreos. I do like the lemon Oreos. So 3+ dodge trying to get in front of this wolf. We'll probably try to mark him out here. Ajax said, did you just say lemon? I did. There are lemon Oreos, and they're great. Oh no! Fail to dodge! That'll be a turnover. Turn 13 for Conspicuous Disunion. They'll definitely blitz down Mickey. I say definitely, but maybe it's not definite. I would imagine they'll blitz down Mickey and then move the werewolf off to the right wide zone. Yeah, here's the oh! Repositioned on the blitz. Wow! 2-die block. Gets a push out of this frenzy follow-up. Wanted to reposition to get the assist, I guess? Didn't really need it. I'm not sure. Maybe just wanted to reposition to push the halfling off to the left. Another dodge to safety after 2 pushes. Spire says, I love halfling miss dodge or rush dramatic falls. They're pretty funny. I do like them. Another halfling removal. That's 5 off the pitch. That leaves 6 remaining. I also find it very funny, like the elves, when they fail their rush, they just like fall on their back. I don't know why I find it so funny. Turn 13 back to Dream of Wish Foundation after the turnover. Failed the rush. It's going to spin the reroll here. It's going to look for the 1-die blitz, it looks like. Can they make it a 2? They can make it a 2-die. Not that way. Fails the dodge. Had the free reroll. Failed the reroll. 3-die block against Terry, the number 1 halfling. Gets a pow out of this with Captain Cutler. The Mighty Blow Turf. Werewolf blitz. Gets a dodge push out of this frenzy follow-up. 2-die block. Gets the pal. Looking for a 7+. 7+. Nope. Doesn't happen. And then just scurries over to the left side of the pitch. Going to try to stall this out for as long as possible. Takes the uphill against the treeman. Got the knockdown. Well done. Doesn't have to eat a block from that treeman. There are 4 ways to score SPP. Another uphill on the treeman gets a push this time. There are 4 ways to score SPP in this game. SPP stands for star player points. Those are the experience points of the game. Another uphill block. It gets a push again. That's the experience that you get, experience points in Blood Bowl. You can spend those on leveling up your player and granting them additional skills. You can get 1 SPP for successfully completing a pass. The thrower will get 1 SPP in that case. You get 2 SPP for causing a casualty. You get 3 SPP for scoring a touchdown, and you get 4 SPP for being declared the MVP of the game. Once more, can I have his dice? You'll have to talk to him. Dream of Wish Foundation. They're going to throw a halfling. Here it comes. Here it comes. Picked him up and just slammed him into the ground. 7 off the pitch now. just 5 remaining. Wait, it's a 6 off. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 6 off the pitch. Nick Satan staying in this game, still trying to play. Not just a good sport, but has his strategy. He says, "Look, man, you want to win this? I'm going to make you roll dice." And Chive says, "You know what? I'll gladly do it." Halfling players don't stay alive for long, but they are so inexpensive that you can hire replacements. 2 rushes to Mr. Wickles. Turn 15 for Conspicuous Disunion. We'll see if they shift back to the right, or if they score, they're going to shift back to the right. They'll try to hold out for 1 more turn. Has players in position to cage as well. Repositioning Captain Cutler between the opposing player and where the ball is, but it's going to take the blitz from the bottom here. So if this resulted in a push, it would have pushed the player 1 space forward. They would have remained on their feet. As so. It pushes them into another block here, and this time a 3-die block. It's going to be a dodge push again. So I think Terry's the, well, Fievel as well. Fievel's 3, 4, 5, 1. So Terry's the only real threat on the ball carrier right now. We've seen Nick Satan do big plays before. Nick Satan securing a spot in the Dungeon Bowl by succeeding on a play that had a 3.7% chance of success. Two-die uphill on sponsor Patsy will be a skull. And it's a turnover. Turn 15 for the Dream of Wish Foundation. Three-day block on the zombie. Mr. Hyde gets a pal here. Looking for some tree SPP. Doesn't get it. Moob, welcome to the stream. Moob says, uphill double pal incoming. Half to the tree, time to half to the wolf. So 2 rushes to Mark Minor 49er. So he has Fievel. I didn't realize Fievel was on his feet. He has Fievel for 1 assist. He's going to go for the 1-die block on Mr. Wickles here with Terry. Or the 1-die blitz, I should say. 2 good dodges. Can he get it? Can he get it? Gets a push out of it. We'll spend the reroll. Got the knockdown. Very well done by the Dream of Wish Foundation. No armor break, and that ball precariously perched in the end zone. Final turn of the game, or final turn for Conspicuous Disunion. Can they get on the board? Do they want to? I think they do. I don't see a way to not put the werewolf at risk. Two-die block on Terry. Gets a push. Follows up. Not good enough. It'll be a blitz with the werewolf. This is how he's going to free up the werewolf. Smart play. Blitz on the werewolf. We'll get the surf. And then he'll go for the pickup. Has no rerolls, though. It's negating the assist by Fievel. Here it is, 2-die blitz. No! No! Moop called it! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Moop called the inverse. Oh! Double skulls with the werewolf. Set up the path to try to score. Still had to roll some dice. Had no rerolls remaining. Double skulls. It's gonna mean this game ends in a draw game. 0-0 will be the final. Wow. Looking for SVP here. Electrics Man says the downside of stalling. That's true. That's why I get very anxious about it. I usually score when I can. I mean, I'll stall if I think it's a sure thing. But you know, odds are I should have been blocking. But this is why I get super nervous. 0-0 the final. Very well done. What a game. Why is that not showing? Is there a bug in my code? Let's see. Yeah, there's a bug. I don't know why the draw's not showing, but there's a draw there for the Dream of Wish Foundation. They're going to pick up 1 point, as are Conspicuous Disunion. They draw in their first game of the Chaos Cup. Let's mark that down in the list of bugs. That's right. That's right. All right, I don't want to look at the standings. I want to look at the schedule. All right, coming up next, we've got Imitation Skaven and Nathan versus Goodest Boys Strike Back. That's going to be Venger versus Old Gamer Mike. Humans versus Necro. That's going to start in about 35 minutes from now is when the game starts. We're going to keep the stream going in about 15 minutes. We'll just start it with the 10-minute countdown like we normally would. And then following that game, we have the Pipstars versus the Disco Mancers. Dead Fred versus Ian. That will be Lizards versus Necro. That's scheduled to start at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, that's UTC -5. So these are going to be fun games. Fun games to watch. Stick around. We'll take a break for about 15 minutes before kicking over to the 10-minute countdown, and then we'll get the pregame underway. Maybe in that time I can fix this bug. Who knows? All right, we'll see you back here in about 15 minutes for game number 2 this evening. 2 of 3. See you guys soon.